Hi Gemini, welcome to your weekly Tarotscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant.reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. So before we start, I would like to say, please, if you haven't already, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. It means the world. If you are already a continued subby, thank you so much for your support. It's everything. If you would like to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can do so on the email address below. And before we start, I would like to bless both of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So the destiny card for the week is like the overarching or overriding theme. This kind of gives you your biggest and deepest, widest message. And what you get this week is the Lovers. Now look at that. That's amazing because you are a Gemini. And the Lovers card represents the sign of Gemini. So you come up this week as yourself. This puts you in a place and a position of power and strength. And when I say, what, you know, lots of people say that like, oh, this card puts you in a place of power and strength. Why does it put you in a place of power and strength? It puts you in a place of power and strength when you draw your own card up in any type of reading. It gives you that power and strength because it means that you are in alignment. It means that you are in alignment with creating what it is that you want, but more importantly, having the things that you want start to manifest. That's why I say it puts you in a position of power and strength. And to have this as your destiny card, this is kind of saying that, you know, the heavens they're listening. And one of the things is, for those of you that are, you know, into the craft or any type of spiritual practice, that's kind of what happens. You draw power into you, and then at one point you have the elements or the energy listening to you. And when you speak your wish, bam, it goes out. It, you know, it expands and it ripples out so that it can bring back to you what it is that you want. And this is why we say you're in a position of power and strength, because you come up as yourself. The Lovers card is just about that. It's about love. It's about feelings. It's about commitments. It's about the relationships that you're in and the interactions that you have within those relationships. For those of you that are single, this could be the week where you really decide what type of person it is that you want to connect with, what type of person you want to come into your life. And it could see you actually bumping into somebody that has those traits. For those of you that are partnered, this gives you a sense of real connection with your partner. It gives you a sense of, you know what, sometimes we don't even need to speak because we're on the same wavelength. We understand each other. We know how to communicate with each other. The other thing about the Lovers card as well, because it represents the balance, it's the right and left hemispheres of the brain. It's the upward triangle of the male. It's the downward facing triangle of the female. And this is regardless of what your sex is or your gender, whatever you want to call it. It's regardless of any of that. It's about the masculine and feminine polarity. And we use those terms because they don't have any other, they are gender specific in terms of their polarity. They are gender specific, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they have physically, you know, masculine or feminine traits. It's not about that, you know, that we're talking purely about energy here, and this is about the balance of that energy. This could be about you finding a relationship with yourself as well, Gemini, really having that moment of, right, you know what, I love me. I truly love and care for me. And when you're in that space, you start to draw to you all of the best that you can be and all of the best that you deserve. So your direction card. Your direction card is about the context that this takes, or the way that it shapes up, or how you can best achieve it. Ooh, 10 of Swords. Right, well, I'm going to be honest with you. Some of you, the best way that you can achieve self-love this week is to let something go, to cut it off and allow it to effectively die from your life. When you get the 10 of Swords, it's the end, it's the completion of a cycle, and you know it brings usually quite a finite and quite a swift end. For some of you, this will be you making the decision ahead of the curve because of the Venus retrograde that's coming up. It will be you making the decision to let somebody go. For some of you, it will be making the decision to let a specific habitual pattern, especially of the mental kind, like, you know, the negative self-talk that we talk to ourselves with, or the the ways that we hold ourselves back in terms of our mental patterns. This is it's going to be an interesting week for you guys. It's not going to be all sunshine and roses. I won't tell you, you guys know me by now. I give it to you straight, It's going to come with its challenges, but it will show you how to be deeply committed to your relationships and how to be deeply committed to yourself. Let me know how it plays out for you. I wish you an abundance of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance itself. Take care, and I'll see you very soon for more videos.